Hey, how you guys doing? It's your boy Jonathan, back at it again with another review, and this time we'll be reviewing episode 26 of Demon Slayer, also known as the season finale of season 1. I know, it's disappointing. I'm gonna miss Demon Slayer. I'm gonna miss everything about it. I can't wait for the next season, but it's actually not gonna be a season. It's gonna be a movie. They're gonna display the next arc as a movie, which I mean, we'll talk about it more, and I'll tell you how I feel about it. But for now, we'll just get started with the episode review. Alright, so basically the episode started with, Inosuke and Zenitsu looking at Tanjiro, and he's going toe-to-toe with Kanao. He's basically... And he lost that one, but after the girl tells him, like, oh, your record is 10-10. He's lost 10 and he's won 10. So he's even. He's trained a lot. We've seen the improvement. We've seen the growth in Tanjiro. So it's great that the training is actually taking full effect. But after that, we go completely different. It says a few months earlier, we go to, like, what supposedly looks like the Muzan's lair, like his lair where he does, like, where everyone meets. And we find out that it's this one girl, like, the girl with the strum. It's basically her blood demon art is basically, she controls a word. It's like an advanced form of the drum guy. Like, not even, is it really an advanced form? I don't think so. I think it's kind of the same, except I think hers on a bigger scale. So, I don't know if she's an upper moon or not, because they didn't really show her eyes. And, usually when they cover their eyes, it makes them seem as though, they're hiding something. Like the Lower Moon 5, the spider guy that we met, they covered his eyes until the final fight when they revealed that he was a Lower Moon. But, anyways, back on track. It starts off with all the lower moons meeting, except for the one that died. All the current lower moons meeting at Muzan's place, and even the lower moon that was narrating for us in the beginning is like, this never happens, or it's just us. So he's kind of scared. He's like, I don't know what's happening. And then this girl appears in front. Well, first the lady, she strums it her world, and makes them all meet in one area. And so they see this girl, and there's like, who is this female? Who are you? They were, I mean, they weren't like necessarily like disrespecting her, but they were just like kind of confused who this is, because I guess they've never seen Muzan in a female version. But it's Muzan. He gets really pissed. Like, who are you talking to? He's like, sit down and bow down to me right now. And they all get scared out of their minds and bow down. And he talks to them about how the upper moons have not changed for years. He's not had to replace a single upper moon for years and years, like thousands of years. Whereas lower moons have been replaced way more frequently, and they've never killed a Hashira. They don't really perform to what he wants them to perform, and everyone's getting scared. And then each person gets picked apart in a different way. Like the first guy, he was picked apart because he read their mind, because apparently he can read the minds of everyone that he's given his blood to. Just kind of makes him kind of like god tier to these demons that work for him. So he really is like a god. And so the guy basically says, oh, I'm scared, I don't know what to do, it's easy for you to say that. And he's like, oh, and then he's like, say that again, please, I want to finish that sentence. And obviously that guy ends up getting killed. We flash back to and then another person, he was basically killed because he tried running. He honestly thought he could outrun the guy that gave him his power, the guy that gave him his strength. His blood is literally like steroids for demons. He's like steroids for demons. Like, it's insane. So he gets caught. His head gets cut off. He instantly dies. I mean, he doesn't instantly die. He stays alive for a little bit, but he'll die eventually. Another girl, she dies because she's like, oh, I promise I'll work hard and I'll do that. He's like, no, you're running away. He's like, no, I'm not. And then she dies instantly because she's lying. And then this other guy's like, I promise I'll work harder. Just give me more of your blood. I'll be able to do it. And then he dies because it's like, oh, you don't have the right to ask him for this. So he's killing these off in like 4 different ways. And then we get down to the Lower Moon 1. I think he was the Lower Moon 1. He is insane. He's weird. He's just completely weird. He's like, yes, I love it. Thank you for saving me last, so I could hear the screaming and the screams of pain as you killed off each one of them. And he's in love with pain. masochist. Yeah, he's a masochist. It's weird. And so obviously Muzan likes the weird guy because he's literally praising him, praising like, please, like I'm honored to kill. Please, I'm honored that you would want to kill me. So he gives him some blood. As again, steroids. My man is literally given steroids, and he's like, you have to go and kill. I want you to go kill Hashira's or Tanjiro or the Hanafuda earrings. And he's like, and I'll give you more. And so he's like, oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. He goes crazy, of course. And then afterwards, we come back after that whole incident where he's like powered up. I guess we'll see him later on. We flash to I forgot the boss, isn't it? The blind guy who was the boss, and Shinobu, and then he asked, why did you recommend Tanjiro for this mission? And she was like, well, because he has a pure heart, main character, pure heart. He cares about everything, and he's strong. He has a clear goal. He's exceeded the expectations in terms of training. So all that. But and another thing is that Rengoku, the Flame Pillar, is also taking part in this mission, and so he wants to, and because Tanjiro has the Fire Pillar, the Hirokuni dance he learned. He wants to learn more about it, and of course Rengoku can help him because he's also a fire. Because they're not the same pillars. There's different, because we learned last episode there is a difference between fire and flame. The naming is very strict, so there is a difference. So. But they're similar in elements. That's all I'm trying to say. So he sent them there, and how Nezuko and everything, how he's connected. So then we go to Tanjiro. He's walking away. He's walking around, and he bumps into the Mohawk guy, and he remembers him because he was also part of his group that did the selection exam, that made it out of the selection exam. Like, although he was very small, like compared to he is built and buff, but Tanjiro also noticed his smell. They didn't tell us what that smell was, but it made him respond to it. It made him say, hello, how are you? He didn't respond, but the fact that his smell, I want to know what he smelled. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. But then I think after that they were given. That's when their crow came and said, okay, you have to go to the Infinite Train, because that's where that's their mission. It's their first mission since the healing is done. They've saved up, they've gained energy, they've rested, they've healed up. So now it's time to go do a mission. So now, Tanjiro's gonna do his main character stuff, because he's so, Tanjiro is like the most overall, in my opinion, the most overall balanced MC, because he's not really dumb, and he's caring, and he's strong, and he's just like he's overall balanced, a good balanced main character. So he goes and says hi to that small girl with the pigtails, and basically says, thank you for helping me train and everything. And she's like, oh, you don't need to say thank you. I mean, compared to what you do, this is nothing. I was scared to even go out. And he was like, no, you helped me train. You're a part of me. You're a part of my growth, and I will fight with your emotions. Because, everyone fights, like, in an army. In the army, and whatever branch you are, whatever you do, you're all part of the group that's able to go and execute these tasks. Whether you stay at home and you're doing minimal work in offices that help send information, you're a part of it. You're a part of the process. And so everyone puts them in. Just because you're not out there fighting does not mean you haven't put a part. Oh, excuse me, Jesus. Given a part. And so, she really felt thankful that he said that, because it meant a lot to her, because she always felt like, oh, I'm not really fighting, I'm wasting my time, wasting their time. But no, you put an effort. And then we get to Kanao. Oh, Kanao x Tanjiro. Kanao, that's the couple. That has to be the couple, because as they said last episode. Oh my Lord, jeez. But anyways, last episode, she what is it? Shinobu's older sister told her that your heart will be opened when you find real love or true love. And then that's where Tanjiro comes in, because he's like, he's just saying thank you to her for, helping him train and everything. And then she's like, okay, I can talk to you. She says, "Oh yeah, it's no promise. What my master says, no need to say thank you." He's like, "Oh, come on." He's like, "Well, what was that?" He starts asking her about the coin and everything, and she basically explains to him that it's like, "Oh, this coin helps make every decision. Since I don't care about anything, I don't feel anything. This coin helps me make the decisions." And so he's like, "Oh, well, you just need to listen to your heart more." And so what he does, he takes the coin and he's like, "Yo, if this lands heads, you got to make decisions on your own instead of using the coin. If it tail, then never mind." So he flips it super high, and she's like, "Oh gosh, sorry about that. My phone was about to die. Sorry about that." But yeah, no. So he flips the coin, and he's like, "What do I do?" And he's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't," because she can't tell. She couldn't tell because when it landed on his head, when it landed on his wrist, on his palm, I mean, on the back of his hand. When it landed on the back of his hand, she wasn't able to see which way it was at, because maybe I don't know, whatever. And then he covers it, and then it's heads, and she's so shocked. She's like, "Yay, yay!" Oh my god, being so like genuine and amazing, you know. And then she's shocked. She's like, "Oh my gosh, what do I do?" Because it's a conflict. It's like I have to make decisions on my own. And she's like, "How did you know? How did you know that it was gonna be heads?" And then he was like, "I didn't. It was just chance." Because literally, it was just chance. And so he then goes on and tells her, and then he says, "Well, bye, see ya." And then she's just like shocked, She had that, "Oh my gosh," that it didn't fully hit, but it kind of hit. It was the first. It's like it's the building blocks, of that love connection. But then after that, he gets Tanjiro. I mean, he gets Inosuke and Zenitsu, and then they go and say bye to those 3 little precious girls that have been helping them train and everything, and he says bye. And then they head over to the train, the Infinite Train. Well, I mean, it was interesting too when they got there. Obviously, the funny part was when Inosuke was just like, "Oh, what is this beast? This is the ruler of the land." And he starts getting predatory instincts. He's like, "I must challenge him. I must beat him." And so he starts fighting that thing, and it headbutts it. And he's like, Zenitsu's like, "Yo, have you never seen a train? It's literally just a vehicle of transportation." And then Tanjiro was like, "No, guys, come on, are you serious? This is obviously the guardian spirit." He's like, "Oh, not you too, bro." You bumpkins, you country bumpkins, bro, what? And then it causes commotion and causes the police to come. And so Zenitsu grabs both of them and run. And then Inosuke's like, "Why do we have to run from the police? We're like good guys. We slay demons." And then Zenitsu, it was pretty good information, which I wasn't expecting, due to all the all the amount of times real, just normal people are involved in these demon incidents, and they see that there are demons. I figured the rumors would have been spread around enough, but apparently the Demon Slayer corps are not recognized by the government, so you can't have swords out. So they're still considered like breaking the law because they have swords. So basically, they wait till later in the day when the coast is clear, and then they jump onto the train, and then, he flashes back to all the moments that throughout the season, just because it's the end of the season and stuff, and he's like, "I can't wait." And then at the end, it shows the teaser trailer for the movie, which we can segue into perfectly right now, you know what I mean? So, the movie, my only concern with the movie, because I'll leave a link to the article that I saw, that I read, and it told me, it's still going to be ufotable that are going to be doing it, the same artists, the same voice actors, same everything. My only concern is that, because I read the manga, so I know what's going to happen, I know what happens, I don't want them to miss out on important things, because a movie, you gotta cut some things up, you know what I mean? You gotta take a bit of the fat off so you can fit it all into like an hour and a half, hour 15 minutes, you know what I mean? So that whole arc, I don't know if they're gonna make it into a couple movies or what, but hopefully, because I trust them, they've done a great job with Demon Slayer, they've done a terrific job, and I have no problem, letting them try this. I have no problem seeing it. But yeah, no, if you want to, they didn't release a date or a time or a year. They just said that it's greenlit, so they're going to be working. They have permission to work on it. So it's I'm excited to see what, like, how the movie's portrayed and everything. You know, honestly I just want more Demon Slayer content. I'm gonna be like sad next Saturday when I don't have any Demon Slayer content to watch or to talk about, because that show was just great. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. If y'all liked what y'all saw, you know, hit a subscribe, bro. You know, help the boy out. You know, your boy's trying to grind. You know, I'm showing that effort. I would appreciate it too. And also, I did post videos of One Piece manga, Boku no Hero manga, Black Clover manga, and I did a Dr. Stone episode review late last night. So if you didn't get a chance to see those, because I did put it really late, and I was like, a lot of people aren't going to get to it. If you didn't get a chance to see the video, I'd highly recommend you, you know, looking at my channel and seeing those videos. So if you're interested in those series. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. You know, hit a subscribe, like, comment down below. My socials are in the link. You can DM me if you want to talk about anything. I'm willing to talk, or just comment down below what you like about this series. So yeah, that's it. Y'all have a good day, and see ya. Bye.